The FBI has just arrested multiple Democrats from Toledo City Council accused of taking cash in exchange for votes in what's being described in court as a years-long sweeping bribery scandal involving some of the city's highest elected officials. In this photo, you can see Toledo City Council's Yvonne Harper in handcuffs outside of her Central Toledo home. Mark Wagner, chair of the Lucas County Republican Party, released a statement calling for the resignation of all 4 members of council, saying, quote, "A culture of corruption exists within Toledo city government. 4 Democrat city council members, including the executive director of the Lucas County Democrat Party, have been arrested by the FBI in connection with a bribery scheme in Toledo city government. Democrat domination of Toledo city politics has consequences, and today we see them." Another new article on this news from today with the title, "4 Toledo City Council Members in Custody Amid Bribery Probe. Tyrone Riley, Yvonne Harper, Larry Sykes, and Gary Johnson were taken into custody on Tuesday by federal agents. Federal agents were also at the city council offices on Tuesday. All 4 lawmakers are Democrats. It wasn't known if any of them have retained attorneys. It's also interesting that these are not the only serious bribery charges recently brought against Ohio Democrats. Been following others on this channel, including Tamaya Denard, the former Cincinnati City Council president, who finally pleaded guilty this week in U.S. District Court to accepting $15,000 in bribe money that she sought and accepted as payment in exchange for her vote on a proposal before council. Another new article at the Toledo Blade provides more info on these latest arrests, adding that City Council members Riley, Harper, Sykes, and Johnson are all charged in federal court with accepting bribe payments for official acts and extortion, according to criminal complaints filed Tuesday. Keith Mitchell, an attorney who is accused of funneling bribes to Miss Harper, also faces bribery and extortion charges. Miss Harper is charged as well with interstate communications with intent to extort. Article continues saying that FBI Special Agent Eric Smith in a Tuesday afternoon news conference said the 4 councilmen were arrested without incident earlier in the day, while authorities are, quote, actively seeking the whereabouts of Keith Mitchell. When Councilwoman Harper walked out of the courthouse, she told the Blade, quote, "I don't know anything. I don't know how this came about." They add that she would not address the accusations of soliciting bribes, nor would she say if she will step down. The mayor made a statement Tuesday that he was shocked and heartbroken by today's arrests, adding, quote, "This is a terrible day for Toledo and for everyone who believes in the good that can be accomplished through public service." Court records suggest that one council member, Mr. Riley, has been soliciting bribes since at least 2013. It was Mr. Riley's actions that also seemed to draw the FBI's attention to Toledo City Council. The criminal cases appear to have started on March 5, 2018, when a federal law enforcement agent interviewed an unnamed source who owns several commercial properties, primarily gas stations and convenience stores within the city. That person, who was arrested in 2018 for being in the U.S. illegally, reported previously providing things of value to Mr. Riley in exchange for his vote on matters before council. Investigators noted that they believe the source married a U.S. citizen in 2000 with the sole intent of obtaining immigration benefits, but was denied lawful permanent resident status based on the fraudulent marriage, which was denied. The source has remained in the U.S. without lawful immigration status and is still subject to criminal and immigration consequences. The court documents detail each of the council members allegedly accepting thousands of dollars in payments from an FBI source in exchange for support with a business matter that was up for council approval over the course of 2019 and into early 2020. They give more info on one interesting part of the scheme on page 13 of the newly filed criminal complaint. They talk about the bribe payments to Harper, saying on December 12th, 2018, Source 2 called his acquaintance, referred to as MF. MF rehashed his past bribe payment to Harper. Source 2 said that he or she wanted assistance with his or her bribe payment to Harper. MF said that he did not want to talk about this issue over the telephone and that Source 2 should visit him in person. Later that day, Source 2 met with MF, and MF told Source 2 that he or she must go through Mitchell to get the bribe payment to Harper. MF agreed to set up a meeting with Harper for Source 2. Then on December 14th, 2018, Source 2 called MF. MF said he arranged a meeting with Harper for Source 2, during which Source 2 should tell Harper that he or she wants to make a donation to the city. On December 17th, 2018, Source 2 called MF. MF told Source 2 that he or she should not call Harper directly about the bribe money, and that the money must go through Mitchell. MF explained that Mitchell previously warned him not to pay cash directly to Harper, and that they must go through him. They continue on the next page, saying on December 19th, 2018, Source 2 called MF to arrange a final meeting time with Harper. MF instructed Source 2 to come to his store because he did not want to talk on the telephone. Source 2 and MF met in person. MF reiterated that they must go through Mitchell to make the payment. MF explained that Harper told him from the start that the money must flow through Mitchell and not directly to her. MF believed Harper was in need of money because she was up for re-election that year. On January 3rd, 2019, Source 2, MF, and Harper met at her office in one government center. Source 2 and MF told Harper that they wanted to, quote, take care of her in return for her support of their business initiatives. Harper responded that she was feeling, quote, generous after discussing their business initiatives, which required her support. Harper directed them to submit their plans to the Plan Commission, and she will advocate to the Plan Commission on their behalf. Harper told MF and Source 2, quote, you are getting gifts right now because I got to run for office this year, so I'm going to be nice to you. After the meeting, MF told Source 2 Harper was, quote, hungry for donations and that they should pay her $500. On January 18th, 2019, Source 2 met with Mitchell for lunch. Source 2 asked for guidance on how to get the money to Harper in a way that will keep it hush-hush. Mitchell said that he would talk to Harper and let him or her know. A few more details. One final article at NBC24. They included another quote from another FBI spokesperson who said their elected positions are not to be utilized to personally enrich themselves, nor should their voting be based on what they have received from others. The federal complaint, this article adds, shows that one businessman allegedly bribed Riley at least $2,000 to support a special use permit. Other bribes listed involved internet cafes, not being named by the FBI at this time, where at least $26,000 were given to all 4 council members and $2,000 to local attorney Keith Mitchell, who solicited the payments. Mr. Johnson told The Blade that he was confused by the whole situation and needed to hire an attorney. Upon his exit from the courthouse, a reporter asked Mr. Sykes if he intends to step down. For what? He said. U.S. Attorney Justin Herdman said, quote, these council members are charged with federal violations, but they're also charged with violating the public trust, and they did that for their own personal financial gain. Harper is facing an additional charge for threatening to revoke one tenant's liquor license and bringing negative attention and protests to the location after a dispute unless the tenant compensated her with $25,000. Finally, looking at the last part of today's statement from Mark Wagner, chair of the Lucas County Republican Party, he also said that the Lucas County Republicans call for the following immediately. 1. All 4 city council members should resign. 2. Open elections should be held for each of these open seats. And 3. Yvonne Harper should be removed as executive director of the Lucas County Democrat Party. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Again, I'd like to thank everyone who has supported the channel over at Patreon or PayPal. Even a few dollars makes a huge difference, helps me keep talking about these issues. Patreon.com/realityreader or paypal.me/realityreader. Both links are down in the video description, where you can support this channel directly. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.